Well, fundamental research, it's an exclusion in these regulations that permits most campus-based research to occur at U.S. universities. And it basically excludes from these export control laws information that arises during or results from basic and applied research in science and engineering. And it's important to remember that research that goes beyond that, beyond basic and applied research, is not eligible for fundamental research. So if you're doing industrial development design or commercialization of products, that generally goes beyond basic and applied research. Also, the research has to occur at an accredited U.S. institution of higher learning. But generally, this is research that's occurring at a U.S. university. And the information has to be or would be ordinarily published or shared broadly with the scientific community. And this definition is really based on a decision that's been made by the federal government that there's something special about these activities that are occurring at universities, and we can't impose too many restrictions. We need to let that innovation occur and that basic and applied research occur. And it's based on a national security decision directive, 189, called NSDD 189, and you'll hear us use that term throughout this program, so I wanted to define it. And that's the executive agency decision that really put this rule into effect and is now implemented in the export control laws.
And that was quite some time ago.
It
was in
was
the 80s,
quite,
wasn't
it? It was 1985, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So Ajay, I noticed when you were talking about the fundamental research exclusion and exemption that you were really focused on information and not items. So if my faculty member in the College of Engineering creates an item using fundamental research to do that, and then he wants to take that abroad, would that be eligible for the fundamental research exemption?
It generally would not be eligible for the fundamental research exception because the fundamental research exception is really focused on information and technology. It's not focused on equipment or software or tangible items. So in your example, your research administrator or faculty person would need to assess separately whether the export of that individual item would require authorization. And there are other exclusions that might be available, but the fundamental research exception is not available.